Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. Welcome everyone. Mad Mania, Cheech, Rise, and ML here early. Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for jumping on, tuning in. Figured, let's watch some of this 1960 2605 fighting. They were going hard earlier. Some of the flags, but just see a little bit of open fielding here and there, much less than I expected. Ray, good to see ya. How's everyone doing this evening? There are bigger fights somewhere else in this KvK, just let me know. Let's check 1093 side. Do they not have an enemy yet? Are they still fresh? A little bit. Crazy. Looks like their enemy built in, but yeah, they blocked off already. Come on. I don't know. I think potentially, what, 1960 is saving themselves for 1093, but is that going to come back to bite them in the ass if 2605 is relatively fresh as well? Yeah, there were some crazy reports earlier, but nothing going on now. Not even a lot of 2605 cities here. Maybe if it was Kill Event, they'd be fighting more. God only knows. God only knows. What's up, Jolene? Just got done with dinner. Forgive me. I'm still it's all still settling in my stomach here. Eating a little bit healthy today. Had a nice salad with shrimp on it for dinner. At least trying to eat healthy today. After snacking all day long using the Super Bowl yesterday as an excuse. It just had to go into overtime, didn't it? And really throw off my bedtime. The G4 dudes are blocking all fort drop spots. Past 6 opens tomorrow already? Oh, maybe, or was it past 6 that opened today? Past 5 opened today, right? I don't frickin' know. This Warriors Unbounded got me thrown. .2605 dropped the ball by leaving the passes to Kingsland open for 60. Yeah, I saw at least one 2605 fort go down. Very quickly after this KvK started. I would think that they would be trying to burn these flags at a minimum. Try and clear them out from around the circle, but looks like 60 GT is eating more cheeseburgers than cookies. I was watching a little bit before the stream went live. They were just chasing marches around this mountain area here. Sniper Tom says at 15 UTC past 6 opens and 93 and 960 will have their first opportunity to fight. Interesting. What's up, Stitch? In 2 days. Okay, 2 days. That makes more sense. How was the KvK urine going, Stitch? We can certainly check that out. What is it, 1606? Is that right? Oh, this one was over Kingsland, didn't last long here, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think we watched that a bit yesterday, or we looked at it a little bit. Yeah, I shouldn't say watched because it was pretty much over before it started. You found Mad piloting for 2605, really? Mad Mania, are you piloting for 2605? Mm-hmm. 16, 714. Cocoa Boy? He did change his name to Chocolate Guinness, didn't he? Some flags are burning down in this general area, but does not appear to be any flag burning going on in this area. I think this flag here, these flags, I would think they would want to get rid of these. But yeah, flags are layered pretty well. I thought we'd have something more to watch. I really did. Is this what this KvK is going to be like for the next 2.5, 3 days? I mean, when I would have streamed, I would have streamed when it first opened, but yeah, somebody had to work. What's up, No Mustard? If you're just arriving, I appreciate y'all jumping on. Not much action. Not anything I can do about that. But smash that like button anyway if you would. At least like the stream, even if we don't like the minimal fights going on. There's Fluffy Pony. He'll stay and fight, surely. He won't run away like the rest of these guys. Red said stuff will be happening in the next couple of hours. Okay. Ooh, that Ray sent me a Warriors Unbound calendar. That looks nice. That's crazy good. That's very well laid out and very pretty. Our best player, Mad Mania, is now in 2605. Isn't that where Yafi's going? $23.77 is claiming prior to their KvK. They only had 400 days of speed ups on average per player. Well, Marauders can get you some. Oh no, is your baguette supply gone if you don't migrate with Yafi, Mad Mania? Stitch sees through clothes. Uh-oh. He was at my house. Is that why you were sitting next to my wife? Well, Jesus, honestly, I think 2605 is just waiting until 960 is preoccupied with 1093, and then they're going to do something a little more than they've done. In the same respect, I think 960 is just kind of hanging out, having a little bit of fun, saving themselves for 1093, but time will tell. Hey B, how's it going? What's going on in your hive today? Yeah, I hear you, Sniper Town. I hear you. Jesus says, I understand 60 GT is hard, but 2605 is one of the highest spender alliances anyway. They can't just even have a little murder ball fight. Well, I mean, let's say there are 300 spenders who max tech in 60 GT. I would say 2605, I would estimate maybe there's 100. I think 2605 has some bigger whales, bigger krakens, right? Like Yoda and Fluffy Pony, for example, but pretty much everyone in 60 GT maxes tech. You enjoyed bullying Stitch and Arc this past weekend? Our Arc match was, we thought it would be quite difficult going into it. And then when we went into it, we saw that the team we were facing had 6 stars on their banner. See, there's the moon and 7 stars, sorry. 07 KT. I mean, we had 20 players to their 16 scheduled to show up for the match, and then they had 2 players not even show up, so... but I figured it would be a little bit harder than it actually was. I mean, we had people farming towards the end, trying to get the farming achievement even. Most of them left the match about halfway through. What's up, Classified? He got bored. Go back and hit barbarians. You're getting more action there. Mad Mania's new in-game name. There you go, if you haven't seen it yet. Choco Guinness. Hey, SC, good to see you. Free burning. It's gotta be a farm account, right? Probably poured it in just to spawn Lohars. So let's take a quick peek at that 2268. What is it, 2429 KvK? Looks like 29 did finally clear Kingsland with the help of Water Camp. 68 is now out. And like we said, yeah, I think it was only a matter of time yesterday. They were advancing further than their enemies were. So, congratulations to these guys. Oh, excuse me. My God, it's freezing in here. Thunder is not happy. Got no notification about the stream. Damn YouTube. Did Ruz call us the best DC in the game? I missed that. I was getting phone calls left and right watching Plato stream earlier when Ruz was on there. I tried to pay as much attention as I could, but some small cheeseburgering going on over here. Just Love Gaming. I mean, I think they know it's not if they went head to head with 1960, it would not end up favorably for them. So they're just kind of waiting until 1960 goes at 1093, and then they're going to join in the fun. Called 1029 a group of mercenaries. Oh, the group that was here before you came. A group of mercenaries. Pretty much. I mean, MF, Reaper, Bulgogi, J-Pi, they all went to a KvK in 1365 for a period of time. And, anyone, just like Stitches in 1606 right now, right? I mean, the nice thing about the kingdom is it's home base. Anyone at any time is free to jump and go join another KvK if they want to reminisce and experience what it's like in an Imperium KvK if they miss that. I have not missed that yet, but we will see what the future holds. Farmer, good to see ya. Looks like you can get back to farming now in your KvK, right? And like Nightbot says, we are still waiting for you to follow through on your promise to Zero Bloody Madness. $1 million. Oh, it went up. It went up. There's no scenario them winning. You feel like they just messed up what should be the best KvK in the last few months. That KvK with 2268, and I can't even remember all the kingdoms in it. 2429, 1875. That was a pretty darn good one. I mean, I think we'll see some good fighting between 1960 and 1093. And, 2605 will probably join in that fun at that time. What is the point of farming if you lose every KvK? It's about having fun? Well, if that's how they have fun, then that's how they have fun. I mean, different kingdoms do things differently. It would not be fun for me. I mean, there's some fighting going on here now. Nothing crazy like we all want and expect, but it is. They're not stupid players, right? So I'm sure they got a master plan. I don't think their master plan includes holding the zig at the end, but I think they have a plan to get some fights in and have some additional fun at some point in time. Now, Classified, do not tell Stitch the plan. If he comes back to 1029, he's getting king the second he gets here. Do not tell him the plan, please. That'll scare him away. And we're just kidding, Stitch. We want you back, obviously, but most importantly, do what makes you happy. Plato should join 1960 or 1093. Well, I mean, they do have, 23 content creators in 2268? Mimi is my side chick. She just doesn't know yet. Didn't Mimi quit the game? I thought she quit playing. It's okay. If Stitch doesn't come back or he comes back and he doesn't want king, Then we just drop it on Hubsy. Or we give it to Mad Mania and watch everything go to shit. You know, I mean, from what I understand, that 2268, 1875, 2429 KvK got super, super toxic. I've seen things and I've heard things that people have said that it just made my head spin. Things that I would not put in. And it's different, right? Excuse me. 1029 is a smaller kingdom. And I get that. But, you know, it's different, right? And I can take the high moral ground or whatever you want to call it and say that, you know, if people did some of the shit that I seen and heard about in that other KvK, they would not be in PK. They would be zeroed. You know, we don't tolerate that level of toxicity. In the same respect, on Plato's stream earlier, many people were talking about bots and how you have to run bots in these high seed kingdoms. You know, you have to have resource sellers in these high seed kingdoms that are running bots, and that it was basically acceptable that people used BlueStacks with multi-sync to fight. You know, and the general discussion was, well, if others are doing it, we have to do it too. And I'm sorry, I do not agree with that. You know, a statement was made, well, if the game allows for it, then you might as well do it. I don't agree. I don't agree. You know, if there's somebody in 1029 using bots to fight, they're going to be gone. It just does not look good for a kingdom, you know, so... What's up, Milky? You know, and it's easy to say, being in a low seed kingdom, we can police our players a little bit more than you can in a kingdom with, you know, 6, 7, 800, 1,200 players in. But in the same respect, when you look at an alliance and you see players with the name, and I'll just say it, right? Apo eats cock. That would be a problem for me if one of our players changed their name to, what's the name of a player in another kingdom here? Raccoon eats cock. Raccoon is from Good Guy from Earth Camp, right? I mean, I would not deal well with that if somebody did that in our alliance, and they would not enjoy the end result. It's just it's sad. It's sad, and it's not just players in that kingdom that put up with it. It's leadership in that kingdom that puts up with it, and that's wrong. You know, no matter what Apo may have said or may have did on one of his live streams, and I've never seen him be toxic. I'll just say that outright. He's very happy and he's very proud of the job that him and his kingdom did in that KvK, as he should be. You know, I've heard him call players out for cheeseburgering, call them out for running away. But, you know, I don't know. I'm just going to leave it there. Oh yeah, it's not a democracy in 1029. It is a dictatorship. Period. I mean, you know, we have our leadership group that we discuss major decisions with amongst ourselves, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's not a democracy. we don't have a council of members that have to get together and vote. Be right back. Changing name? No, you're not. I mean, you know, Appo's a good friend of mine. I call Plato and Black Panther friends as well. You know, I have friends in both of those kingdoms, and I know things got out of hand and things got toxic. And maybe people said and did things that they shouldn't have done, but you know, at the end of the day, I would like all those guys to be friends with each other. So I will say it publicly, and I will say it right now. If those guys want to get together and have an adult conversation and smooth things out, I'm happy to sit in and mediate the whole conversation. We won't do it live on stream, of course, but you know, I thought all of those guys were friends and they could let bygones be bygones, and it just seems things got out of hand in that KvK. If you feel your players are being bullied and you want to defend them, that's fine. I completely understand that. If you're happy in the kingdom that you're in and you're thumping your chest and praising the kingdom that you're in, I completely understand that. I mean, I'd call people out on stream for cheeseburgering. You know, you saw me the other day calling people out for hiding in a set of trees and hitting cheap marches cheaply when the rest of their squad was fighting for flags and defending flags, right? You know, I call people out for that shit, and nobody says I'm bullying them. So I don't know. At the end of the day, it's a game. People want to have fun. No more consequence, only evidence. I'd walk through fire just to be understood. No, I'm not talking about 12-inch. I haven't seen him stream in a while. Maybe I'm just not tuned in at the time he's streaming. Is he still in 365, or did he find a new kingdom to go to? Does anyone know? Yeah, Light Angel, I guess their Lost Kingdom chat was super toxic. And there were some in 2268 that were not happy with Apocalypse. Seriously, I mean, I watched hours and hours of Appo, and I didn't see him being what I would call toxic. He's very proud of the job that his kingdom did, as he should be. It's their first KvK together as an Imperium kingdom, and they did phenomenal. 12-inch got demoted to a farm alliance in 1365 for kill chasing. Yeah, your farm does bully me on that honor grind. Fuck, dude. Your farm bullies everyone on that honor grind. 8th place for a farm? That's crazy. You're a madman. Yeah, I mean, Plato did have a stream where Black Panther was on, and he was a little hot-headed at the time, and He was saying, oh, Apple should not be calling this quote-unquote my kingdom. He just got there. He's a refugee in that kingdom. 75% of the players in Rise of Kingdoms are in a different kingdom that they started playing in. We're all refugees. So, and that's why I'm saying, I hope at some point in time, Appo and Panther can get together and sort out their differences like a couple of grown adults. Maybe it's too late for that, but I believe Appo would be willing to do that because he was kind of mystified at the whole thing. I'd be perfectly happy to sit in and kind of mediate and guide the conversation along. But it is what it is. Let's not dwell on that. Let's 3 minutes to reset. I don't think there's much going on in this KvK other than some skirmishing here and there. No big murder balls, no big flag fights, nothing crazy. So at reset, we're going to probably just kick back and do our reset stuff. Maybe fights in a couple of days when the circle's open. Lord only knows. We don't need to post anything like that. Super Bowl, that was a good game. I'm disappointed that the Chiefs won. I will be the first to say that, but for that rookie kicker of the Niners to hit those long field goals like he did, and then get an extra point block, that was a shame. Did not want to see it go into overtime, and as soon as the 49ers kicked that field goal in overtime, I thought to myself, oh, it's over. I don't have any bad feelings for the Chiefs or anything. I just scrolling through Facebook today, every other fucking Facebook post is Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce. Like I give a shit. All right, so let's restart the game here. You'll get a black screen for just a second. Yeah, I mean, Kelce was pissed he wasn't in the game for that one play, but you don't get in your coach's face and do that shit. And he's got to understand every single thing he does now, he is under a incredible spotlight. So we have the altar tomorrow at 15 something UTC, 1556 I think, which is smack dab in the middle of my workday now. So I used to start work at like 4 a.m. and get done around noon or 1 o'clock, but now since I have taken a new position within the organization, I'm going to be working more 7 a.m. to 3 p.m.s, which... it is what it is. I'm a morning person, so I like that I like to start early and get done early. And it's super quiet in the mornings. I can get more work done, but with more and more meetings showing up on my afternoon schedule now that I have this new position, it just means... Did I gather gold anywhere in here? Yes. Quick, accept. Okay. It just means that if I start early, I'm going to have to stay later and work a 12, 13, 14-hour day, which I don't want to do either. Today, well, yeah, okay, it's UTC today, but I still have to sleep, so it will be tomorrow for me, smartass. There we go. We got Bastion done without even thinking about it, really. That was perfect timing for the people to come home from the gold pit. There was a bit of fighting yesterday at the, and I hope I don't, okay, well, yeah. I guess we have markers up for the altar already at what time we're going to push, so I don't want to zoom out too far, but not that it's going to be any secret. I hope I did Sunset Canyon today. Uh-oh. Yeah, our KvK, there were some good fights for about the first 30 hours. There was a period of time that there were 3 or 4 hours there that we couldn't do anything but defend our flags. You know, we could not push for shit. I must have sent 6 rallies at a flag, and each time the rally could not get the reinforcements it needed. We could not get the field presence we needed to take down a flag. So there were 3 to 4 hours there that they didn't have us on the ropes, but had us in defensive mode. You know, let's just stay in our territory and defend what we got here and wait for people to get up. That said, once people did get up, we were able to push and able to burn things. We burned immediately when the zone opened. We were able to take down 4 building forts within the first couple of hours. I think that sort of demoralized them because Earth Camp, and let me put a map up here. Earth Camp in the upper right hand zone were Fire Camp. Earth Camp sent me a message shortly after and said, "We're done, we give up." You know, and that was before Pass 5 even opened. So, I mean, I was only able to get, I went relatively easy because it was kill event as well, but I was only able to get about 25 million kill points in that first zone. I did take 3.4 million deads. Those fucking flags with 5 million standby troops, those hurt to swarm. Those really do. Oh, 2% march speed in the newspaper. That should be nice. Yes, thank you for reminding me. Did I pop these buffs already? No, not quite yet. So, Earth Camp then came back 2 or 3 days ago and asked me if they wanted to put forts in Zone 6. And I told them, I said, that's not up to me. Do whatever you want. But if you're not going to give us fights, then we're gonna push hard through that zone and head down toward the water camp, who is still fighting with. Head down toward the wind camp, who is still fighting with our allies in the water camp. We want more fights. They basically said, well, then if you're not going to let us have the zone, then we're going to just block everything we can and not let you get to water. My response was, that's fine. We'll see on the battlefield. So we'll see if they show up for the altar fights. We'll see if they actually defend the territory that they built in their Zone 6. We'll see how aggressive they actually want to be. And if they come out and fight hard, outstanding. If they don't come out and they don't fight hard, well, then I guess I'm banking speed ups then for the next Zenith of Power. No, our allies didn't give up. One of the enemy camps gave up. So we are... it is fire and water against earth and wind. And the camp we faced directly in Zone 5 said they were done. They weren't pushing to the zig. And the general consensus from our camp then was, well, if they're done fighting, we're not going to give them anything. If they're done fighting before Zone 6 even opens, and they're not pushing to the zig, we're not going to give them anything for free. Now, had they come out and had they fought tooth and nail in Zone 6 and tried to push into Kingsland and fought tooth and nail in Kingsland for a period of time, and then come to us and said, we'd like to discuss the terms of our surrender, at that point in time, I would be, and our camp would be more open to saying, okay, you guys are free to farm in this zone or that zone, and let us discuss with our allies, water camp, who needs what for rewards, and we'll see what's out there yet, so you can maybe get some rewards at the end of KvK. But the fact is, they came to us and said, we're done dancing, very, very early on in the KvK. So if they want rewards and they want concessions now, they're gonna have to fight for them. Why did you set up a goal? Because help fund your wooden leg, right? Need some help with that. All right, what can we do for research? Let's get improved morale up. 8 days? Wow. We have fights tomorrow. I do not need 7 marches tomorrow. It's just an altar fight. That's 2.8 million. I really don't care about special medicines. I got plenty of resources. So looks like that's all we do for today. Tomorrow at reset we can do improve morale to level 10. Then get our expanded formations after that and go for a surprise strike. Swarm everything. What's going on there? Oh, they're trading the pass. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Good luck trying to share a pass in the middle of altar fights. That'll be fun for you. Oh, who can we spin for? Charlemagne or Babur? What do you guys think? Who should we spin for? We'll let the poll run for a little bit, but yeah, you guys decide. Who should I spin for? We're just spinning until 10. I'm not wasting gems on either of those commanders. Don't get me wrong here. Can we vote neither? Yeah, you gotta spend a 10, right? Charlemagne or pass king to Mad? Theo's MG, right? I think Theo's MG. Yeah, here I need Wu yet. And I need Suleiman. So, you know, I don't even have a place in the top 15 in this MGE. So we're just going to get a couple Suleiman heads. All right, 12 votes, say Babar, whatever the guy's name is. There's the 50% spin. We'll do 1 5 spin there, and then we've got 2 more days, so we just need 3 more spins to get 10. Nothing crazy. I do not have gems burning a hole in my pocket, so. Yeah, our Theo's done already too, so yeah. She's good for chaining. I don't know that I would use her as Garrison any longer, though. There are much better options out there. Yeah, I'm sure. If you're willing to invest in those 2 commanders, those engineering commanders, and the equipment that goes along with them, I'm sure a tower would do quite well for you. Problem is, yeah. Maybe on legendaries, we're up to 385 again. You know, maybe on a farm account, we might do that, but kind of nice. This is the first time I can recall in recent history that we've hit gift level 10 for this for an event like this. All right, let's see what we got out there for bastions. I do not want to increase my power. I want to save speed ups. There's some food. We can do that quite easily. No, we don't have those. We would have to spend gems on those. I will most likely lose to Phoenix, but just in case I do beat him, because if I beat him and take over number 1, then I can't use that second challenge, right? We are not supposed to hit PK players in Canyon, so I will make sure that I lose to Trash Panda. Who did I pull out of here then? I think this March, right? And this March. So in theory, he's got ZL here. That's going to absolutely crush my Guan. Bug it. Yep. I'm just doing it for these anyway. Fucking troop training. I don't want to train. We can do that. We need to do one of those anyway. If y'all came here to watch 960 and 2605, there was not much going on there. So we're just getting our daily stuff done in our own KvK here. We can jump back there at any time. If y'all let me know if fighting is broken out, we can certainly go and watch. There was just some skirmishing here and there. Nothing too crazy. I gotta remember to reset a bunch of these quests tomorrow. I love this dynastic conqueror skin. I wish I had gone for that Zenith. It sucks that I've only got like 19 days left on that 30-day skin. Has anyone here ever gotten a gold head from a Kahar's whistle? I think I did in like KvK first season of Conquest KvK, but I can't remember one ever. I really don't remember ever getting more than at one time. I've gotten more gold heads from the Ethelfled chest than I have from the Kahar whistle. Thunder, you've gotten one ever? You've been in a bunch of KvKs yourself, so yeah, it's just crazy. Hey, what's up, Dirty Dan? How's your KvK going? I saw you streamed last night when I was fast asleep. Is it Dirty Dan or is it just Dirty? I can never remember. You need to come here more often so that I can remember your command. But it does look like Earth Camp is gearing up for a fight, or at least to defend, right? They said that if we weren't going to make any arrangements with them in this Zone 6, and we don't want to because they said they were quitting, they were going to make it hard for us to get to Water Camp. Excuse me, Wind Camp. Water's our allies. I get Wind and Water confused. Water Camp is a fantastic ally. But Wind Camp was still giving them some fights, so we want to make it down here, get through this past 7, and fight with the Wind Camp a little bit if we can get there. Earth said if we weren't going to let them build in Zone 6, that they were going to make it hard on us. Well, if you're going to make it hard on us, you're leaving a lot of open space here, people. Lot of open space there. Kun Yang Sun, I appreciate your subscription. Thank you very much. If you are here chilling out and you haven't yet subscribed, it's 100% free. Costs you absolutely nothing. Slowly working our way to that magic number 3,000. Once we hit 3,000, Electro King has promised to give away a profile picture live on stream to some lucky winner. Who's going to win 1960s KvK? And good to see you, Jared. 30-hour Kingsland. Nice. And congrats on the victory, Dan. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Who's going to win that 1960 KvK? 1093 appears to be very fresh. 1960 has been fighting a little bit against 2605, so they're not as fresh. I think they all have, I think everyone, when you join 1960, you're issued an American Express black card upon arrival to the kingdom, so they have pretty much unlimited resources. Unlimited speed ups, but 2605 is just trying to drain them a little bit, I guess. I don't know. That's really a tough one. It's 1093's first KvK where they are split into 3 divisions, and they have only 800 players in the KvK. Will they be able to execute like they have in prior KvKs with only 800 players? That has yet to be seen. I mean, if I had a gun to my head, and somebody said you have to bet on somebody, I would bet on 1960. If it was still the entire 1093 kingdom and they were fresh like they are right now, my bet would maybe shift over to 1093. But the fact is they only have 800 people there. There we go. Farming meta right here. You're seeing it live for the first time ever. El Cid, City Keeper. Boom. It's only going to take them 3.5 hours to gather that level 9 resource node. Yeah, 1960 has never lost a KvK. You know, the fact that they really don't have a downtime, you can say it's because of pilots, you can say it's because they don't sleep, you know, whatever. But yeah, I would love to have seen 1960 versus 1093 and all of the 1093 kingdom. I think that would have been, not that this is not going to be a fun KvK to watch, but I think that would have been the KvK to end all KvKs. And you just know that once 1093 and 2960 start fighting each other, 2605 is going to come out to play. And I get it. Head to head against 1960, they really, I hate to say don't have a chance, but they really don't have a chance. You know, let's just be real here. They themselves have said that they don't. But once mommy and daddy start fighting, you know, 2605 is I'm sure going to insert their troops in there somewhere. You know, will they focus on? I mean, probably they will be focusing on 1960 because that's who's in the territory that they share, right? So how 1960 handles that and deals with that, along with 1093, I guess time will tell. Yeah, I don't know, Jared, if there are piloting discords out there or whatever. There are days it's hard enough for me to go through all 11 of my accounts. And all I do on 10 of them is basically send out farmers that I don't know as I'd have the time or energy to pilot for somebody myself. And I've never used a pilot, so I wouldn't even know where to go to try and find someone to pilot my account if it was something I even wanted to do. There's just a little bit of skirmishing here and there in this KvK. Nothing crazy going on. Wake up an account going, yeah, that would be my fear, right, Joel? I mean, I guess they have second level passwords in now and things like that at certain points. But my biggest fear would be somebody's piloting my account. I wake up, next thing I know, my account's in some other kingdom. Piloting is fun. Yeah, you had the aviator glasses and everything, didn't you, Dan? I'm sure it's fun. You're playing with someone else's money, right? These guys have to be bored as fuck. I mean, they're used to crazy fights for long periods of time. I don't know, man. I guess we'll see in a couple of days when the next pass is open. See, and I don't need to pilot somebody's account to know what it's like to, you know. If I'm out there putting in the time, getting the fights in, I want those kill points myself. I don't want to be piloting somebody else's account. Absolutely, it should be someone you trust explicitly. I mean, I'm nowhere near the level of the 60 GT players, but I like to think I got a fairly decent account here. Now we start to get into the shittier equipment. That's my third. That's my third cavalry march. Don't freak out. So, I mean, we're doing all right. We're doing all right for ourselves. Okay, farmer's got some coordinates here. 12087. Is Plato getting zeroed? Is there a rally on this person? Only farmer? What's the scoop? 2268 is now pushed out of Kingsland. Lambo to GT? No, sir. No, sir. They have way too many rules. Rx has a new... Oh, what did Pro or whoever... Pro's Last Dance, did they get rid of their account? I'd rather pay someone to chain barbs for me than I would to fight for me. $5 an hour? That's below minimum wage. That would not fly here in the United States. Well, I guess that is what we would call breaking news, right? Arvix now has an account in 2268. That is quite interesting. Do we know the amount it was sold for at all, Only Farmer? If you do and don't want to share, that's completely fine too. Well, shoot. Arvix, you want to buy another account here? You know what? The kingdom goes along with it. We'll call it 75 grand. No. Well, for the kingdom too, we'll call it 100 grand. Comes with 4 farm fillers. Yeah, that's a good question, Happy. Do we know if that account's staying in 2268 or it's going to 2049? Yeah. No. Lambo's not going anywhere. Honestly, guys, if everything absolutely fell apart here, or there was no leadership team supporting what we're doing here, and I was micromanaging every single aspect of the game and the kingdom, and I was to leave, the most appealing kingdom to me at the present time would be 2429. And why is that? Because I absolutely respect the hell out of the way they fought that KvK. You know, a lot of players will attack a murder ball, and then as soon as their screen starts flashing red, they'll run for the hills. And then they'll go back in, and they'll attack again until their screen goes red, and then they'll run for the hills. 2429, when they went in to attack a murder ball, they sad-faced their marches and sent their 5, 6, 7 marches right back to do it all over again. And they broke that murder ball by attacking. Not by attacking and retreating and attacking and retreating. They broke those murder balls by full-on, full-out, aggressive attacking. And that's what I enjoy. That's how I fight. And that's what would appeal to me most about going to a kingdom like that. But I've got a great leadership team here. You know, between Hubs and Cerez and Soli and Mad Mania and Captain and Thunder and Smart Alpha. Absolutely fantastic. Hubs and Captain been doing a fantastic job managing this KvK. Solaris is invaluable in communication with one of the Russian kingdoms in our camp. She helps manage events, sets markers, puts timers on things. You know, Smart Alpha is a hell of a fighter. Thunder God is, you know, he kind of got thrown into the R4 position here, but he's been doing a fantastic job. Cerez is our drunk Polish mathematician. I swear he probably has an IQ higher than Albert Einstein. He's drunk all the time, yet he's dropping the markers, the attack markers, the defense markers on flags, dropping timers on everything. If I was having to do all of that, plus recruiting, coordinating gold head events, MGE events, you know, I'd be done faster than you could for an old man micromanaging armies would be difficult indeed. Exactly. Exactly. You just read between the lines there. You know, I mean, if I had to do all of that stuff, the game would not be fun for me and I would go elsewhere. But, you know, in order to be successful, you need to surround yourself with great people. And I think that's what we have here in 1029. And that's why I enjoy playing with these guys so much. What's up, Frontline? Kills rank in my KvK? Sure. Alliance Power. We're ranked 4th at the moment. We've got probably 60 players from other kingdoms in our camp in the Alliance. Alliance Kills, we're ranked 1st. Again, this would probably be around that 160 range if all those players from other kingdoms were not in our Alliance. Individual kills, I was 1st when KvK started. I'm 2nd now. No big deal. Nothing Kingsland or some fight. You know, these 1546. I believe this is our ally in water camp, right? Yeah. Yeah, and they've had significantly more fighting than we have. So he made up. I think I was ahead of him when KvK started by around 500 million or so, and he made that up very quickly because they've had a bit more fighting. Good fighter too, though. Don't get me wrong. Why are they not burning flags up here? That just makes no sense. But anyways, everyone needs a drunk Polish R4. Yes, sir. Sir, I don't know how he does it, but he will. You know those puzzle events where you move the puzzle pieces onto the puzzle board? He is consistently finishing those in 23 seconds. I mean, it takes me 2 minutes to do some of those. He's the smartest drunk guy I've ever met in my life. You know, and the best leaders are people who do not want to be leaders, right? I know Hubs has said multiple times, after this KvK, I don't want to be in R4 anymore. I know Cerez really doesn't want to be in R4. You know, Captain and Thunder, they just got to this kingdom recently, and they were kind of thrown into these positions. You know, so generally the best leaders are the people who don't want to lead. Jared, I have no idea, and I don't want to know. I do not want to know. I mean, there are some Lilith employees that are putting their kids through college. That's what I will say. You know, and it's going to vary, right? In months that we're in KvK, that I'm getting the crystal bundles, it's going to be a little bit more. In months we're outside of KvK, it's going to be a little bit less. Well, quite a bit less. So I cannot hit too many barbarians today because we're in MGE. So we're going to have to run forts today. This is our MGE ranks for this MGE. BT's getting first place, Sir Wolfie's getting second, Animal, Cerez, Madmania, Hubs, Trash Panda, Noobzilla, Classified, Yami. I think everyone in here is still working on Hera, other than Noobzilla, who would like to finish his Theo. But our rules are there's a 5 million overall point limitation. So you should not pass 5 million if you're not in this list. doing good. I'm at 830,000, so I'm all right. Every kingdom I've ever been in always says the same. No leadership and always ends up as R4. I did not want R5. I really did not. I would much rather focus on YouTube and focus on playing the game and fighting and having fun than running a kingdom. So, but when Cat left and Resurgence left and MF quit playing, it kind of got dropped in my lap. Finished Theo for what? For fun, I guess. Chaining? I don't know. But Noobzilla's a fighter, so if he wants a spot in MG for Theo, he's going to get a spot in MG for Theo. I mean, I would love to finish Suleiman. I would love to finish Wu Zetian, but more people want Hera than... And I get that. Hera's more valuable at this present time. I will fight on stream just for you. Where are you fighting? Give me some coordinates, Jake. Better not be Cheeseburger, and otherwise we're going to make fun of you. I told you in your stream earlier, Jake, that if you 5 marched 60 GT City, I'd donate five memberships. Kat is a fantastic person. She was a great R5. She has quit playing the game. She did not migrate her account out. All of her accounts went to the cloud before KvK. I did several days last week. I got on Discord and talked to her, and she's doing quite well and very at peace with her decision to leave. She's happy, and that's what matters most. The door is always open. If she wants to come back and reactivate those accounts and join in, have some fun with us. Mavic as well. He greatly missed. Resurgence greatly missed. The Resurgence account is gone. It's no longer in the kingdom. Mavic has an insane account. He was a hoarder. He's got all the meta commanders done other than the 2 new ones that came out. Fantastic cavalry commanders, all the meta cavalry commanders, all the meta infantry commanders. Probably sitting on 2,000 gold universals. But, he was real close to Cat and real close to MF, and a lot of older players, Flipper and Bulgogi and Reaper and Joker, and, they've long since gone from the game. I think the original group that Mavic started playing with is not here anymore, so he felt like it was time to hang up his cleats as well. I'm sad they're gone, of course. Who wouldn't be? Great players, great people. But at the end of the day, I call them all my friends, and if that's what's going to make them happy leaving this game, then I support whatever decision they make. Now, I wish they hadn't all done it at the exact same time, but it is what it is. We got a great group of migrants in with Captain Stinkfuss and Noobzilla and all the folks in Thunder and all the folks from 2444 that came here. Not to mention Trash Panda, who's got some crazy marches himself. He was originally from 1254, I think, so he's got big time war experience. Right here, Trash Panda. And then Alpha, where's Alpha? Or Atlas, I'm sorry, Atlas. Another outstanding player. Already got 5 players lined up to come in after this KvK. And again, we're looking for rally leaders, garrison leaders, open field players. If you're in the Australian, Asian time zone, I'm particularly interested in having a conversation with you. Now that is that right there, that is a Season 3 Osiris skin for making it to the finals, I think. No, for making it to the playoffs. So I'm wondering, was this guy in? OV. Oh, now with those kill points, what the hell are those kill points? How you got an Osiris skin and less than 1 billion kill points? What the hell? Raid? Where's the raid coming from? That had to be redlined, didn't it? Where's the fighting redline? I know Jake the dog is out here cheeseburgering. That's a farm? That's a farm with an Osiris League skin. Damn. Yeah, it looks like a farm, right? But the skin, and trust me, I know that skin. Because I have it myself. Exclusive Osiris Season 3 city theme. Only available to members of the winning alliance. So that farm account had to have been in OV or in what was it, 636, 696? Hey Forza. Redline, I appreciate you, appreciate the raid. If you guys don't know who Redline is yet, you're living under a rock. Be sure you are subscribed to Redline, and every time you are in his stream, make sure and wish him a happy birthday. Tell him it's from Lambo. If you're new here, my name is Lambo. Yes, I'm a Green Bay Packers fan. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe. Hit that like button as well. Slowly working our way to that magic number 3,000, where Electro King himself, the graphics god, will be giving away a free profile picture to some lucky winner. But we did our daily stuff. We're in KvK. It's Tides of War. We're kind of in between fighting right now. Our first altar opens in a little over 14 and a half hours. Hey, yeah, you spend some time with that kid, with the wife. Family means everything, man. Swarm everything. Yes, that is the motto. That is my motto. Swarm everything. Ooh. Is somebody sneak against that flag? 960 flag is repairing. I think Chad just went over 20 billion kill points this KvK. Congratulations, Chad. I don't know if there's another rally coming at this flag that they're just balling up to defend, if they're going to push in here. There's MF's old account right there. 250 billion resource assistance. Good God, man. These guys have to be bored as hell, though. This is not the type of fighting they're used to. Fluffy out here clearing those resource nodes. Team player. That's a team player right there. One of the most powerful accounts in the game. Out there clearing resource nodes for teleport spots. So for those that don't know me, I play in Kingdom 1029. I am currently the king there. We're a lower seed kingdom, a D seed, moving up to C seed next KvK. I have played in Imperium Kingdoms before, though. Absolutely. I was in 1039 at the peak of their glory in KvK 1. KvK 2, I was there when Solomar got zeroed. Chisgo played there for a period of time. After 1039, I moved to 1052, played with OV for a while. I was lucky enough to be in that kingdom and on the team that won Season 3 of Osiris League. Got this from Lilith for that. This is my crazy insane setup that I'm sitting in front of right now. I do wish to say, though, that I no longer run BlueStacks and the PC version at the same time. I was told by Lilith that that is against terms of service to run characters on the same account, on the same device at the same time. So I no longer do that. 2605, adopting a teach method of playing dead. What is the teach method, Blue? Enlighten us. I don't know what's going on. Come on, let's do something. Do something. We got 100 people watching. Do something. Where's Jake? We can watch Jake Cheeseburger some more. I do not know Teach personally, no. The guy who plays Dead debates Twarms every KvK. That's a good tactic, though, I guess, right? What is it, 2 days, and then potentially 1960 and 1093 will face off? Over time, I built my setup. I've got a PC with the 10900K processor in it, Intel 10 core, a 4070 Ti graphics card now, 64 gigs of RAM. I bought the PC during the height of the COVID pandemic when graphics cards were hard to find. The only time you could get a graphics card was in a pre-built, so I bought a pre-built from iBuyPower, but I have literally replaced everything except the motherboard and the CPU with it, made it my own. And then just over time, as I got more and more into streaming, got the Beacon Mix Create, the 2 Stream Decks. The monitors these days are fairly cheap. Got a widescreen in the middle, and then on each side vertically I've got a 27-inch monitor, and they've got a 144 hertz refresh rate, but they were on sale Black Friday deals, for like $169 each. So monitors, decent monitors that you're not going to actually game on, that you have like Discord or live streams on and stuff, they're fairly cheap. Here comes the rally. That's what we were waiting for. What do we got here? Henry? Rally from Ballsy. I didn't get a chance to see who the secondary commander was there. So, as far as the dollar amount, I have no idea how much this setup would even cost if you were to just put everything together at once. Just over time. Hey, Charlotte, how's it going? Let us get some interactions up. While I'm starting a poll, feel free to hit that like button. The poll will be, who wins this KvK? $26.05, 1960. 1093 or none of the above. Yeah, this is sorry for the yawn. This is not the action people were wanting to see, but I get it, right? 2605 feels like they have no chance head on head with 1960. And they're probably right. 1960 does not want to be super aggressive with their main accounts and waste a ton of resources, a ton of speed ups if they got. And this is just my philosophy, right? This is my take on what's going on. Waste a ton of resources, a ton of speed ups, a ton of troops when they have 1093 to come up against soon. Get an artifact? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We can look at our tides. What are our alliance tides right now? Oh, this'll be nice to use at the altar tomorrow, right? Defeated troops teleport back to their city. That could be interesting. And then what's next? Barbarian? Seriously, come on. I want some fighting tides. I don't want this barbarian crap. My attack bonus from the first personal directive we had is absolute garbage because our enemies quit before past 5 even opened. The other 4 kingdoms will be like, yeah, we ain't fighting this KvK. Do you blame them, though? Do you really blame them? I mean, my KvK here, we are in Tides of War, right? We're in the fire camp. This first zone up here in between fire and earth. You know, we were able to aggressively move in and use the tide for a 1-hour fort build. We took down, in the first 2 hours of fighting, we took down 4 enemy forts that were building. Proceeded to advance through this zone. Shortly after we won this zone, our enemies in Earth Camp messaged me and they said, yeah, you guys are too strong, we're not going to fight anymore. They even disconnected from the past 4, so their players could not come through here and fight even if they wanted to. A few days later, they messaged me and they said, so let's talk about Zone 6. We want land in Zone 6. And I discussed it with our camp leadership, and basically we had the general consensus that was, you know, we're not going to give them anything for free. You know, they quit fighting early, before this past 5 even opened. They said they were done fighting. So we're not going to give them anything for free. And if our allies in the water camp are still getting fights with wind camp, then when this past 7 opens, we're going to make a fucking beeline straight down toward the wind camp, so that we can help our allies and so that we can get some fights in too. I mean, hell, we fought in one zone for a total of 30 hours, and that was pretty much it. That first zone too, it was, you know, a couple of the days overlapped MGE. I did not need any archer commanders. Got them all expertise, so I kind of sat back and twiddled my thumbs for a while. Unless I was absolutely needed on the field. You know, so I'm still below the 30 million kill range. We're at 25 point, what are we now? 25 point, did I pass it? There's 15 million. Well, what the hell, I probably passed it. Old man eyes. 25.6 million kills. 3.4 million deads in that first zone. So, I mean, we got more troops to kill. We got more kill points to get. Yeah, and that's the problem, right, Charlotte? Because a lot of times KvKs, when allies talk about final rewards, they're comparing kills and deads. You know, we were able to push our enemy out of that first zone 5 in such a manner that they gave up. They said they're not even coming to Kingsland. Now they may fight us in the next zone, or they may just let us freeburn stuff. God only knows. They may just cheeseburger out of their cities, so we have yet to see what they actually do, since we wouldn't give them any free rewards or any concessions for quitting so early. But when you're talking with allies about, you know, final Zig rewards and final rewards altogether, a lot of times kills and deaths are used. Well, you really can't do that in a KvK like this. You know what, are we supposed to be not aggressive in the first zone and just kind of sit back and artificially inflate our kills and our deads? Just with those final discussions in mind? You know, water camp is getting more fights against wind camp. They're going to have more kills and deads. It's just the nature of the game. So it will be interesting once we start having those conversations with the water camp as to how they go and what we what we actually decide on. We would really like our 5th star. We would really like that. But I understand they're sacrificing more, but they're having more fights at the same time as well. One could argue that they deserve it because they've got more kills, they've got more deaths, they've been fighting longer. But I would counter that we did so well in the first zone, we caused an enemy to quit right away, and that means we should get the star. So I guess we'll see. Who do I think's going to win this KvK? It's hard to bet against 1960, right? I mean, I think if it was 1960 and 1093 with all of the 1093 players there, I would probably say 1093. But because 1093 is only able to bring in 800 players, you gotta you really can't bet against 1960. Who's my garrison? I have many commanders that I can choose from, but I like Gorgo Hera. The only commanders that I do not yet have expertise are Babur and Margaret, Bertrand, Lubu, Charlemagne, Suleiman, and Wuzetian. Otherwise, every single other commander is done. Yeah, and that's one of the benefits to being a fighter in a DC kingdom, right? You can get some of those MGE arrangements. Now this MGE, I'm not taking a spot at all. There are others who want who need those Hera sculptures. So barring any crazy fighting breaking out during kill event day, I'm staying below that 5 million total MGE points. And I'm not taking any top 15 placement. I did not say the 4 other kingdoms, no. Do I got a secret to getting gold heads? In a lower seed kingdom, we arrange our gold head events every 3 months. We allow players to take a first place and a second place in one of the gold head events. So that's 30 gold heads right there. Then you're buying 20 from the VIP shop every week. You're doing every single event that's out there. Karak. You're playing Ark of Osiris every single time Ark of Osiris pops up. That's, I think we win 4 arcs for every one that we lose. So that's gold heads right there, and it's just being active. The 20 a week from the VIP shop, that doesn't hurt either. So we are currently saving for the next set of commanders. 385 in the bank. Hoping we can get that up there by the time they release some new relevant commanders. I don't know how relevant these new engineering commanders they're coming out with are going to be, or the new leadership commander they're coming out with. Time will tell. But when I played in bigger kingdoms, it was hard. It was hard to get MGE spots. Very rarely did I get an MGE spot when I was in 1052 with OV. And if it seems like you're always working from behind, I know everyone wants to have those meta marches, but if it seems like you're always working from behind and always trying to max the last great commander that came out, the Luccis, the Nevskis, I would say, hey, maybe you just stick with what you have now, field the best 3 marches that you can in KvK, fill flags and fill rallies with the other 2 marches, and just kind of suck it up for a KvK for 3-4 months and just save. And then when the next set of new great commanders come out, you're going to have those gold heads in the bank, and you can You can invest in those commanders, and then you can do it all over again. What's up, God Straight? They're not going to win easy. No, they will not win easy, Charlotte. If they're facing 1093 in the next zone, and they have 2605 trying to nip them in the butt, it's not going to be easy. But it's really hard to bet against them. Stefan, thank you for the subscription, sir. Jared, if you're serious about migrating, hit me up on Discord. There's a link to my Discord in the live stream description, in the video description. Hit me up on Discord. We can certainly talk. We will be open after the next KvK. We're looking to go up from a DC to a low to mid CC kingdom. The fights are a little better in a CC kingdom. So we are looking for garrison leads, for rally leads, for open field players, people that understand the game, people that we don't have to teach the game to, people that can follow markers, smart players who follow. Full spin Charlemagne? No, we asked in chat. We asked in chat earlier. We took a poll who to spin for. We're only spinning to 10. And they voted for Babur. So we're only spinning to 10 there. A couple more days to get those free spins and a 400 spin in. I agree. And that's how I used to be, Gosu. I saw other players in my kingdom running around with the latest, the greatest, the best commanders. So, every day when I got those 3 goldies, I'd drop them into one of those commanders. And then before I knew it, the next set of new commanders was out, and all my gold heads were used up. And once you've got a commander to 5553, you pretty much got to finish them. And then you're working on that other commander that just came out 2 months ago. So that would be my best advice for somebody who's struggling to keep up with commanders is, suck it up. You might be using a 5551 Saladin and a 5511 William for another KvK or two, as one of your open field marches. It sucks. Yeah, I know you're not going to get good trades. But at the same time, if you can just bank it and save those gold universals, and then once you have enough to max the next great commander that comes out, you do it, you're going to be happier long term than you are short term. Or find a well-organized C and DC kingdom that's willing to give you spots in MG, that's has organized gold head events, and you can get those commanders relatively quickly if you are smart and you are active and you participate in all the events. That is a myth, Charlotte. You do not need to have a foot fetish to join 1029. The fact that Gumbo has a foot fetish and he is coming here after this KvK does not mean that's a prerequisite. So, I'm at a point where generally I can max one of the 2 commanders that comes out when they release new commanders. That said, I think they got 3 coming out soon, right? And there's no way. There's no way. But I don't plan to invest on any engineering commanders at all. Exactly right. Exactly right, Gosu. Herman Prime just came out. Everyone wants Herman Prime. But if you only run one Archer March, and you've got a march like ZL YSG, or Boudica ZL, and you're only running one Archer March on the field, why, you've already got an outstanding march there. Why invest in Herman Prime? Keep saving those gold universals until the next set of commanders comes out that you can go all in on. I mean, generally in KvK, I'm running it depends on the situation, right? If I need speed on the field, I might run 3 cavalry marches, but generally, where's expedition mode? And this is going to take me back to home kingdom. I just realized that, but if I need speed on the field, I'll run 3 cavalry marches. We'll have our HQ, our Joan, our Nevsky, our William, and then our XY Justinian. But generally, I'm running 2 archer marches. I love YSG. I'm still doing YSG behind Boudica. That AoE, can't beat it. ZL Herman. We got Lucci and Alex, and this was Scipio Lucci, but I'll have 7 marches before we fight hard again. So I'll do Lucci, Alex. We'll do HQ Joan, Nevsky William, and then I still love Artie Tommy. This, in my opinion, is a fantastic march. The poison Tommy gives, and then the self-silence that Artie gives to allow Tommy's poison to stack just a little bit longer. Man, when you got Herman and you got Tommy and you're swarming a march down, it don't last long. And then my 7th march will be Juan Scipio. I was running Guan Sargon, and Sargon is not good in open field. I do not like him in open field. I switched to Guan Alex, actually, when I wanted to get a 2nd Infantry march out there. But watching Apocalypse Gaming and the reports that he was showing for his Lucci Alex, once we hit 7 marches and I can get 2 infantry on the field, then it's going to be Lucci, Alex, and Guan Scipio. None of the above. G-Force for the win. They got some votes. Right? We got 50% saying 1960 will win. 34% saying 1093. 8% 2605. 6% none of the above. I believe the people that abstained from voting were those that think Black Panther will steal the Zig at the end. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people make fun of me for still running YSG behind Boudica, and I do that for a couple of reasons, right? If I want to do an Archer rally, it's either Ash ZL or ZL Ash or Ash Henry. If I have Ash behind Boudica and I have ZL out in the field, then I'm recalling 2 marches to do a rally. Whereas if I'm not running Ash behind Boudica and I've got the Boudica YSG out there, all I have to do is recall my ZL Herman march and I'm good to go. Not my archers. My ZL's pretty damn fast. Right, we've got march speed plus 6.5%. Then the armaments, march speed, we've got... oh, that's infantry. I think one of these is march speed, though. Yeah, there's 2.5% march speed. on one of the inscriptions. So 6.5 plus 2.5, that's what, 9? Extra 9% march speed? My ZL march is pretty damn quick, to be honest with you. Sam, I'm not interested in siege or engineering commanders, so I really have not looked at those very closely. So, you know, anything that I would say about those commanders would simply be regurgitating information that you've probably already heard. I've heard some people say they're going to be overpowered because Lilith wants to push them. I've heard other people say that, yeah, it's just a trash gimmick and you shouldn't invest in it. Meng, yeah, I do. It just seems to do better for me, and honestly, a lot of the pairings that I'm running, you know, I'll steal from other content creators who know a hell of a lot more about this game than I do. Will, for example, you know, I see him running HQ Joan and Nevsky William. If he's doing it in 60 GT, it can't be all that bad. If the new siege commanders are so overpowered that become meta, I don't know. I just can't see that happening. I mean, this is not a people don't play this game to have all kinds of archer towers all over the map. People play this game because of the open field combat and the way you control your troops and the way you fight. And I just don't think that they would introduce a new meta into the game that is one of, okay, let's drop a row of archer towers here and call it a day. Is there a time and a place for them? Absolutely. I think the best implementation of an archer tower that I ever seen was when I think, don't quote me on this, I think it was 254 was fighting 365. I mean, someone dropped an archer tower in a corner here in between the rivers, and then they controlled the bridge. You know, and that archer tower was able to then just shoot over the river at enemy troops endlessly. You know, there's a time and a place for them. There is now, absolutely. Do we use them in a low seed kingdom? Absolutely not. But, I mean, I can see them being used in certain instances. But I don't think it's going to get to a point where it's so meta that there's, you know, 5, 6, 8, 10 archer towers behind a murder ball supporting a murder ball. 1 or 2, maybe. 1 or 2 in strategic locations, maybe. But we'll see. I mean, time will tell, right? That would be the reason that they make them so overpowered, wouldn't it, Meng? If they make them so overpowered because they need money and they want people to buy the engineering equipment and the engineering armaments and the engineering formations, yeah, and we a lot of the things they do in this game are to generate profit. I get that. Lilith is not a non-profit company. You summed up what I said in 2 paragraphs in 1 sentence, Rage. If they ever truly become relevant, it would ruin the flow of field fighting. So I do not know what we're watching here or not watching here. If y'all know of any actual fighting that's taking place in this or another KvK, we can certainly go watch it. Just hook me up with some coordinates in chat and we will go there. In the meantime, we'll watch some skirmishes here. My favorite march at the present time is that ZL Herman. I would say followed closely by Scipio Lucci. I want so desperately not to like infantry, but Lucci is a game changer. I like to call myself an archer main, but yeah, I mean, I guess I would be if I run 3 archer, 2 infantry, 2 cavalry marches. I guess that would make me an archer main, but you know, honestly, I used to think I was a cavalry main, but that was before I got an archer skin, a 10% archer attack skin. After the grand finals of season 3. You know, I got that skin, and at that time I was in 1052. There was no chance on the face of the earth that I was ever getting a Zenith skin. So I'm like, well, I got this 10% archer attack skin. We might as well go all in on archers and try and become an archer player. And I've loved them since. Hey, Atesh. 24-29 KvK is virtually over. So if we look at that map, 2268 is now fully out of Kingsland. 1875 is now fully out of Kingsland. 24-29 has control surrounding the Zig. Water Camp is controlling the left side now. They've taken this pass. And forts that were guarding the pass are now on fire. Only Farmer was in here earlier, and she pointed this out to us. Where is SV68? So one of their players pro is quitting the game. Apparently that has happened, and Arvix has taken over that account. I don't have the coordinates anymore, but Arvix now has the old pro account. I'm looking at the icons for the little nose picker guy. So someone in the chat said that Arvix got that account and he was taking it to 2489. Yeah, I don't see it off the top here. UAEF said a lot of very good things about 2420. They got a lot to be proud of with that kingdom, right? It's their first big KvK together. They did a fantastic job against 2 other Imperium kingdoms. I'm okay. Well, we're not going back, but You know, and I really like the way that 2429 fights. It reminds me a lot of how 60 GT fights, and it's how I enjoy fighting. You know, they don't hit and run and retreat when their marches are targeted. They, opportunist here, porting in for some kills. You know, when they take their murder ball into an enemy murder ball, it's all or nothing. You know, they will plow into that murder ball and keep advancing and keep advancing and keep advancing. And sad face their marches. You know, they're not recalling when the marches are yellow. They don't care about trades. They just want to, you know, it's all about it's all about the end result. Arvix is going to burn himself out on this game if he keeps collecting. Hey, if the man's got the money and the man's got the time and he's got people piloting for him and he's having fun, all the power to him. Do I think 2429 is stronger than 2605? I think it would be a very good battle. I would like to see that. You know, now, from what I understand, who is that 1600 kingdom that is quitting or is disbanding? 1671? Does that sound right? As I understand it, some of their more hardcore fighters are going to 2429. They just dropped a king skill and there's nobody to fight. Someone dropped a king skill on red and yellow marches. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here's a city to rally. This guy's off territory. Let's go, GT. Okay, so yeah, 1671. I was okay. That was good then. My memory's not as bad as I thought it was. So yeah, I mean, if they get some of the 1671 top fighters in the 2429, plus all the people that are there already. And I'm sure after this KvK, they're going to get some other very good players into that kingdom. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with down the road. They are already. Would I rank them as a top kingdom up there with 1960, 1093? Potentially 1365. I think they're still pretty good, right? But you know, they're getting there. They're getting there. That BT Cyborg's in 2489. Or excuse me, 2429. Captain Hook says, yeah, their murder ball was impressive. Gotta respect the all-in mentality. Only a few kingdoms do it successfully. Everyone's afraid. Yeah, exactly. And that's how I enjoy fighting myself. I would rather charge all in on a murder ball and do as much damage as I possibly can so that my allies and the other players in my kingdom get better trades than I do. Call Herald open field fighting these days? I wouldn't use it. That's just me. I mean, I guess if that's all you got. I honestly, Pakal is one commander I wish I never expertised. If I absolutely have to bring a third infantry march into the open field, I would probably do Harold Alex. I mean, if you know, the way I look at Pakal Harold is it's a lot like Attila Takeda in the open field. If you're just looking to increase kill points, yeah, it's solid. If you're looking to help your team advance the field and do damage to an enemy's murder ball, it's not going to be the greatest. And I'm telling you right now, if I see players in our kingdom using Attila Takeda or Pakal Harold at an altar, they're going to get an earful from me. You know, at an altar, we want those high damage marches, those AoE marches. But, you know, that, again, and Sam, I say this all the time on my streams, right? Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. You know, just because that's my opinion doesn't mean it's necessarily right or wrong. You know, it depends on you. It depends on how you play the game, the rest of the commanders you have, the equipment you have for those commanders. So there's a lot of things that factor into questions like that, right? You know, you could ask 20 different streamers that exact same question. You might get 20 different answers. You know, and at the end of the day, it's if you're really wondering, you know, what marches should I use, absolutely ask around. Get different people's perspectives and different people's opinions, and then make your decision. You know, one of the things I hate the most is I'll be doing a live stream and somebody will come into my live stream and say, "Oh, you're doing this wrong. You got to do it this way because this is what Omniarch says, or this is what Chisgul says, or this is what Plato says." You know, and every person plays the game differently. Everybody's got them and they all stink. Yep. I hate Sargon. I would rather, you know, if I had to run 3 in the open field, it would probably be Gorgo LC, and then Guan Scipio. And honestly, I would use Alex Harold. Sargon has never done well for me in the open field, no matter who I pair him with. Now, Tariq Sargon rallies, quite good. Especially if you own the field. I don't like Sargon in the open field. I don't think he's a viable open field commander. And again, that's just me. A is a very smart player, so he may very well know better than I do. But for me, Sargon he's dead. He's on my bench. I just did not get good trades with Sargon, no matter who I put him behind. And yeah, if he's a great debuff, yeah, maybe I'm just looking at it wrong, and you know, I was looking only at those, and I hate the word trades, guys. Please don't. You know, now maybe I was looking at those reports, and not all the other reports of all the other commanders that I was running out there in the open field too. But Charlotte says, need to push everyone to max Sargon, so I won't be the only one who regrets maxing him. Yep. Yep. Swarming flags, Sargon is gonna do good. Thank you, Sam. I grew up, I'm old. I'm 53 years old, so I grew up in, the prime of my life. My teenage years were in the 80s, so it was, lots of Guns N' Roses, Metallica, Def Leppard, Bon Jovi, Van Halen. So that's the kind of music I dig. That's the kind of music I play. It's hard for me to get into rap music or some of this other electronic dance music that these other streamers play, and I don't do this for a living. I do this for fun. So when I'm streaming, I'm gonna have fun when I'm streaming, and I'm gonna listen to the music that I enjoy. There are those that don't like it. Trust me. I get a lot of comments saying, "What the hell is this?" But nah, Lambo is 20. No, my youngest son is 20. You got that wrong, my friend. But yeah, there's not a lot going on in this KvK. I don't know if there's a point in really sticking here and watching it. All right. We are going to see if there's anyone else out there streaming. Once again, Redline, if you're still watching, feeding the baby, whatever. Greatly appreciate you for the raid. We are going to pass it over to... Well, we've got Lefty the Spartan, and we have got Jake the Dog. I think if you're interested in this KvK, I probably should get you over to Jake. He is in this KvK. He's probably cheeseburgering out of his city somewhere on the map. So we're going to call it a night. Thank you, everyone, all the new subscribers, anyone who signed up as a subscriber, everyone who's been chatting in the live stream. Yeah, hit that like button before you leave. Don't forget, hit that like button before you leave. If we can hit 100 likes, it would make my day. That said, we'll be back tomorrow to watch some more KvK action, or maybe do something in our KvK. God only knows. God only knows. In any case, thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you next time.